Hey guys, give me just a minute here. Hi Tony. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go over Justice Jake stuff off the top of my head. Can you guys hear me? I have to wear my face diaper. I don't have a choice right now. Hey Carlos. Oh good. Hi Joe Cool. But I know I said I was gonna get on tonight and I did. It's very last minute, but here I am. So anyway, to get started, we're going to talk about my dad's stuff, for those of you who know about that. The things going on with my daughter, which turned very bad fast. And Justice Jake's court update. As far as mine's still set for pre-trial February 3rd. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes based on everything going on now. I don't know if we're keeping that or not. Well, luckily, no, I don't even know what that is. Like at a biker bar? I don't know, my friends jumped in my arms at a biker bar and knocked both of us over, and I think I had beer in my hand. But anyway. Hey, AK. Mark Hine, glad to see you here. So, yeah. So, as of yesterday, my dad got moved from our local hospital, the one where he was at for almost a month. As of tomorrow, it'll be a month. But he got sent to a local rehab. So hopefully he'll be able to come home in the next several weeks. I don't know. But it's a far cry from where he was, because they were preparing us for terrible things. So we're really, really excited about that. I know. Yeah, and they have bingo and such there, so he'll be fine. That'll be nice. Kind of stinks that we can't come visit him, because now he's allowed to have at least a couple visitors, so that's cool, including children, which I think is great. My other daughter, the one that obviously isn't the one here, she got to go see him and surprise him, so that was pretty cool. It's a little bit of a hike from where we actually live, but what can you do? Oh, hey. Hi, Solo. Hi, Henry. But, so yeah, that's good news with him. He's still not actually walking, but he can stand and he can sit and such, so we're going to work on him. And for some... Oh, yay. Hey, James. Yeah, Dan. Yep. Yep, my adopted dad. Yeah, the other one, the sperm donor is dead and has been since before I was even a mom. For those of you that don't know, you know. Hi, good citizen. And then with Justice Jake, he got a few more charges added to him, so now he has contempt. He has the original obstructing for interfering with my arrest. I brought my backpack somehow. I had my whole freaking sleeve with everything in it, but when I was leaving the room, I forgot, and I made the executive decision to not go back and get it right now. But anyway, so we'll go over that in detail later, because now what they're doing to him is they knew they had BS charges. They also knew that Jim wasn't going to be available on that Monday, so I think that's part of the reason why they added things to scare my brother into holding off on trial, as it was set for this past week here. And it worked. I mean, obviously, he's like, whoa. But he told me, he's like, I took their bait, because their other charges are BS too. They're claiming he now battered Jim. Now they're claiming he battered Jim as well as me, right? Not with injury, but just in general. They're claiming he chest bumped Jim. And there's a lot of things that went on in that video, but chest bumping was not one of them. Nor did Jim accuse him of that. Reva did not accuse him of that. Donna did not accuse him of that. Anyone. Nobody said nothing like that. As well as an obstructing for not letting him close the door when he was in his official duties or something, when we all know his official duties do not count on singling out citizens and stopping them from entering a publicly funded building to conduct business with our public employees, and to turn in officer misconduct complaints, and or to turn in where you see other citizens being battered or abused by officers. So, honestly, they're going down. They're going down with Justice Jake stuff. They really, and mine. But, honestly, I firmly believe that even on his own, he will take them down easily, because he's not even accused of these things. At no point in any narratives is he accused of any of this. Even the initial charge that he got. That's the funniest part. The initial charge also was not written in there. They did not claim that he interfered with my arrest in the narratives, but that's the thing. There's no sworn document from Jim. No sworn nothing from Jim. Hi, John. But, Miss B, hey, good to see you here. So, yeah, there's no sworn document from Jim or from any of the officers. The only thing that Jacob got was the actual charging document saying, hey, this is what you got now. And, so I don't know how he could ever face an accuser. I don't understand that, because Jim never accused him now or 9 months ago. So, I don't know. I was going to go more into detail with that, tonight, but I forgot the papers, so I'm not doing that. As you guys can tell, I'm a little rusty. Oh, look. I got, hopefully it's not dirty. I got shit on me, but get your blue line off my flag. Been wearing it all day. But, I see you guys. I got my AA merch. I saw it. But, I don't want to see you in it. That's the thing. But anyway, yeah, right now, I've been in, if you can't tell in the background, in one of the children's hospitals in our state. Not naming names. Because, what was it? Right after Christmas. Right, let me read it. Essentially, yes, auditing wills. I mean, that's what I believe. Thank you, Eric. Designed it myself. Didn't make it myself, though, but whatever. But yeah, I firmly believe that they did that and that they're fishing for anything. And they were just trying to scare him. They knew. But anyway, so right after Christmas, we had a good Christmas time and all that with the kids and such. The next day, my daughter started having some issue with her hip or something, and I thought it was because she sat weird for a while. Well, it never went away. Eventually, I bring her to the doctor's office, and I'm like, hey, it's good. Like, she started crying in pain, and the pain, like, shifted down lower. And, yeah, thanks. I had no choice. Nick, I am in a hospital right now, that's why. I didn't want to go outside in the cold, so I figured I'd film up here and be a weirdo and look like I'm talking to myself. But, AK, you know what? Totally got one, but, I can't, put all that into it right now. But I totally agree. And financially, that'd be smarter. But can't even do it right now. I actually, when my kids are little, when they're littler, I'd make all their little baby shirts and such on my own. Super cute. That's what we brought my younger one home from the hospital in. Thank you, Mark. I'm so glad. I actually just saw that. Well, not just saw that, but like a day or two ago, I just saw that when I was on my review thing, because I somehow had it sent to my spam folder when it was updating me. Yeah, she's a lot more hurt than we thought. They actually don't even know what's going on. So it's been almost 2 weeks since the problem originally began. I brought her to the doctor's a few days into it. And then last Sunday, I called off work, and I realized she needed to go in sooner, because I was going to bring her back to the doctor on Monday. And then I was like, dude, something's wrong with this little girl, like bad. And when I was trying to get her coat on, even just the movement of like putting her arms in the sleeves. 517, I don't really care. They got rules here, and I'm trying to stay here with my kids, so I don't really care. Yeah, kind of got to do what you got to do sometimes. It's not worth the fight. Hey, Miss B. But 12 months. Yeah, but so then I brought her to my local ER, the same one where her papa was staying. Uh, and anyway, they realized something was worse off with her than just the initial like leg pain and stuff. Because several days into it, she started spiking like a high fever, and I'm like, what the heck is going on with her? Like we missed the little New Year's Eve party with her little buddies, which was like a huge deal to her, and she had no interest in that. And I knew, I was like, this kid is bad. Well, anyway, they couldn't give her the help she needed there, so they sent us to one of the children's hospitals from there, which is where we've been ever since. And she's had a lot of severe issues ever since. I mean, certain times you just touching her body, just she'll scream in pain. Oh, I heard something. But she still can't walk. She definitely still can't walk. I don't know why. We do believe it's mainly because of the pain itself and not, hey, Mimi, I love you. My Mimi's on here. Right there. Right there. Yeah, no, I kind of agree. Don't get me wrong. I definitely got my own feelings on that. But then again, I also know people whose parents are fighting for their life right now, including one of our huge supporters, Kaylee. Her mother, Renee, is in a local hospital fighting for her life right now because of COVID. And I've had other dear friends just lose their parents very recently, so I mean, I do take it serious. I think some of the stuff they try to get you to do is kind of crazy. But nonetheless, so yeah, moving on. When we got her in here, I thought they were going to figure out what was going on with some blood tests or something, but she's had countless blood tests. She's had multiple scans and like her kidneys, her heart, she had an MRI, bunch of different stuff, and they can't see anything that's worth, that's the culprit at least. There's nothing severe like that yet that they can see. We are going to have her do a PET scan tomorrow, which I had never heard of until the other day when they brought it up, which will hopefully, fingers crossed, show us that she does not have like hopefully cancer or things like that, bad things. Although it's come to the point where whatever it is probably pretty bad. Um, she she kind of had us believing that she was on the mend the other day when she was doing a lot better, but then finally like her fever spiked again, and it's been a back and forth with it all week long, and even before then, when before I actually took her to the ER and realized like how bad whatever was going on was. Yeah, she's been very sick. She's been through a lot. She's been freaking traumatized by all these IVs and such. But today she has a whole slew of issues going on with the fever and not being able to walk. She's been using a little wheelchair. Tried using a walker. She's petrified of the pain coming, so it kind of is rough. But anyway, now as of tonight, when I was like bathing her, I noticed shortly after the doctors were in, because they got a whole team of doctors. They got some great nurses. They've called in specialists from like the, the Romeo, I think it's called, specialists, infectious disease, like everything, like a bunch of different people have been on this. It's kind of stumping, and as her main doctor said, it's like chasing zebras at this point. But the first day or two didn't have me as worried because I was like, well, they got to run a few tests, whatever. But now it's been a week since we've been in this hospital, which means it was almost a week since the whole thing began before that, so about 2 weeks. And still no answer on what's going on with her or what's causing it, I guess. We know that she's definitely having severely spiking fevers all the time. Definitely still can't walk. Hey, the Watchman. Hey, Edward. I know. I really hope so. It's terrible. It's because at first I thought when it first happened, I thought that her leg like fell asleep or something and all that, and it just didn't get better. It actually got much worse. So the pain is primarily focused in her like right leg, the lower right leg, but she's having issues in the left leg and the hip and her wrists, things like that. She's been having like a headache across the forehead only. They've ran all sorts of everything, but hopefully the PET scan will lead us in some sort of direction, or at least lead us away from maybe the cancerous route that I'm rooting on. They said that based on her blood, they didn't have like the markers that they would expect to see. So I think that's great. I mean, that could still be bad for other things. But I had that worry early on. Like I asked them like the first day, I was like, could that be like leukemia or something? Because I couldn't think of any other child cancers at that point. I was just freaking out. And they're like, well, what's it? Yeah, her white blood cells were high. They've actually, all of that's raised as of today. So it's kind of they're sticking with it pretty thoroughly though. They definitely are staying in great contact with me, and they're coming in a lot. And like I said, it's a children's hospital, so they know what they're doing. Thank you so much, Dana. I appreciate that. But it's been messed up. It's been messed up here, dealing with it and seeing her go through it, and then also arranging things at home so I can be here. Because as you guys know, I have a whole second child who is being taken care of by certain family members and my wonderful friends, taking care of her like their own. She got to go to one of their little birthday parties today. Had a blast. So yeah, it's been a nightmare. I only got to go home and see her once since. I'm probably going to continue doing that for a period of time. I'm going to try and stay up here as long as I can until work-wise and such. I just won't be able to constantly. And I'm hoping it doesn't come down to that though, so we're kind of waiting it out. I know it's terrible. She just had her 7th birthday right before this began. Just days before. Yeah, maybe, John. Maybe. But, yeah, she never really got them until now, and then it's been in the same place as well, so I'm not sure. But, now she, as of tonight when I was giving her that bath, she now has feet swelling, which she hasn't, that's the thing. She was hurt and she couldn't walk, but there's no nothing. There's no swelling, there's no bruising, there's no, like, she didn't roll her ankle or something, as far as I could tell. Because at first I was like, well, maybe she must have got hurt and I just didn't catch it or something. Thank you, Pink Pony. Thank you. I try. But there's just nothing. And now they are swelling. And then when I was doing her little bath, there's these, I don't know, they're calling it a rash. But at first it wasn't, I don't know. It looked like bruising, like a little pencil back. Or what's that, the eraser, about the size of that or smaller generally. All over her feet in various, like not all over, but all over in the area. And it's gone up her legs a little bit and nowhere higher. They did a more thorough check after I did, because I was like, whoa. And we don't know why. At this point they don't believe it's because of like the blood clotting disorders or anything, so we'll see. Hopefully we get more answers back on that in the morning. They did another culture. They've poked this poor baby a bunch of times, but we'll see. They gotta do what they gotta do to find out, I guess, because they've done a lot. We still can't find out, and there's a lot of doctors that have been kind of stumped and just. But I firmly believe they are trying. Oh, thanks, Brian. You too. Bye. Yeah, Brian's a douchebag. But anyway. Samantha, are you on here? I just saw where you texted me. It came up on my screen. No, we don't really know. We'll find out. But I did notice that an ungodly amount of people sit in these same chairs where I'm at in these lobbies and don't wear their mask ever. And I'm like, aren't we at the hospital? But yeah, she had a pretty rough day today with it, but she's had other promising days where we got to play puzzles, hang out, have fun, but it's been more sleeping today and not feeling good and such. And then so yeah, we're working on trying to find out what the cause of these little things all over, even on the bottom of her feet, they're there. Only a couple are down there, but it's the strangest thing. But yeah, hey, good to see you. Oh, yay! You're way over there then, right? But yeah, so that's about what we got with that. It's pretty much all a bunch of question marks at this point. They've definitely done a lot of work up on her, and it just isn't coming out yet. But she has no underlying health issues. She hasn't really had any sort of issue ever. Besides nothing. So I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. It's definitely depressing though. But big shout out right on here. I see you here. To everybody helping with my other daughter. Greatly, greatly appreciated, because I was just amazed. Not only did I find out I would have to leave her here without anybody, which it's quite a hike from my house. It's not close. Then I found out, according to one of the people working the night, I found out that a lot of the kids have to be left here, and I'm like, what? I couldn't imagine. But I guess you have no choice at some point. But I'm hoping it subsides soon and we can take care of whatever it is at home. Damn it, Brian. It's alright, I found a troll and I got him myself. He's going down. Forget his name already. It says he'll see me in jail. I think what he means is if you're going to see me on my lavish trip after we sue the shit out of LaSalle County for what they did to us. That's what I think. Sorry, I'm trying not to sound crazy with this guy here. Oh, from Canada? One of these days I'm heading up there. Maybe in the winter. I'll pray for you. Oh, I'm feeling it right now. Feeling it. Oh, I met you in Walmart with one of my little daughters in the cart. I tried to, if that's you, will you email me again at accountabilityangel@yahoo.com? Because I typed in your email and I typed it into one of the text threads that I had, or for whatever reason, and I have no idea where it is. So if that's you, where we had a conversation, one of my kids is in the cart, yeah, you hit me up. But yeah, and I have seen, for those of you that have sent me emails this week, I've seen them. I've been mentally responding to some people and just straight up not reading anything at this point right now because I'm all kind of frazzled and in a funk and falling apart, but we're all good. We're all good. I definitely have learned that I gotta step out and chill so I don't, her name is Johanna. We call her Jojo. Thank you, though. Definitely appreciate that. Poor little thing's scared to death. And then her mom, who's a nervous wreck to begin with, has the support she has in there, which I do the best I can. But man, when she was freaking out when they were trying to jab her with a needle earlier, like I felt I was about to have a panic attack with her. I'm like, lady, you gotta get this done because I'm be fainting. Like we gotta get moving here. But actually, once it was in, she was fine. She was fine. So, but I get freaked out too, so I'm not not too surprised, but man, we have been kicked in the head for the past month. But luckily, my dad's out. Um, I don't. I got some updates with my lawyer that I'm not sharing right now, but I got some. I definitely got some. Yeah, I'm alright. I mean, it's been rough, but definitely one of my friends, one of my wonderful dear friends that has been helping take care of the other one, she got to come up, and we can only have 2 visitors period at all ever. So she came up here and sat with her for hours while I got to go home and take care of some business. But, something got me started on that, and I forgot what it was. Yep, we're trying. We are trying. It definitely was rough not getting any warning before we came. But yeah, that's about it. It's been rough up here, but we're doing it. And no, I guess I worded it wrong. I will call you when I get off of this, Mimi, okay? Well, I know, we were all petrified of my dad, who happens to be the grandpa of most of my family members my age through the adoption. It's just a weird thing. But anyway, they had us prepared for terrible, terrible things to happen, which he got pretty bad for a while there. But he's out. He's in that rehab. He's going to be home at some point in life here. Hopefully we're home before he is even. Who knows? We'll find out. If we do get out ahead of time, we're going to surprise him. So that should be a good time, but I thought they were going to come yell at me. Yes, thank you. I know, it makes me feel terrible though, because she's freaking mortified. And I'm mortified for her, and then you start thinking all this crazy shit. Like when she's napping, when she naps a lot, I gotta go walk around the hospital or something, because I'll freak out in that room. They do have nice digs, got me a little, not a bed, but a cot. I got something to sleep on in there, so I can't be much more, expecting much more than that. I'm actually pretty excited. I was happy I could stay with her, because it was terrifying for her and us, and I can imagine her sitting there screaming when they get her with a needle, and then nobody she knows be there, because I'm required to wear it. I'm in somewhere where I have to. Oh, is it? What time is it over there in England? Wait, is it night on the 9th or night on the 10th in England? Oh yeah, I bet. It should be. Yeah, actually, their hospital food's not too bad here. They actually have a really nice cafeteria. It's really hard to find. I found out. I only went there once. Thanks, Brian, for taking care of the trash. Yeah, yeah. Even with I've been trying to wear them more anyway, because in reality, I haven't caught COVID yet. In here, I carry what's needed, because honestly, there's a parking garage and it kind of freaks me out. But there's security walks to your car if you want. But I'm a ninja, and plus I smoke, so I go out there and smoke. Not that I recommend doing so. Yes, that is right, James Monroe. That is right. Yeah, so I just try to follow the rules, because I think that was confusing when I said I was still going to do some 1A work from here. I'm not going to audit a hospital, especially when we're here. But also, they've done a really good job. They've actually done a really good job when I get all overwhelmed and crazy too. And I firmly believe that doing the best I can for her and such, but sometimes things are a little bit harder to find, I guess. The Matrix movie? No, like the original one from like 15 years ago. Am I waiting? No, I'm not. They're gone for the, well, at least the ones we're dealing with are gone for the night. Um, that'll be in the morning. We don't have a time for that PET scan yet, but at some point tomorrow, and they said that so long as everything goes well, I should have, because I'm in a hospital, never mind. I'm in a waiting room, just chilling. That's where I decided to record my video. Didn't want to do it in there. Didn't want to do it right on my floor where more people were. It's more busy. We would have gone. Yeah, let me tell you. Me and my Mimi, they wouldn't let us in the hospital when my dad was in there on his day of surgery. And she's like, well, we're only allowed to have one family member, and we already have two more in there, and they're in the cafeteria, and we were nicer to her. And she was snippy and rude, and that wasn't the first time. She was nasty to me. So I think she's probably one of them bimbos from IVCH that said terrible things about me based on my pretend arrest, all this. My next court date is on February 3rd, that's pre-trial, and February 7th is trial. At this point, I don't even know. I legit can't even focus on none of that. Can't at all. So don't worry why it takes so long. Oh, really, Gail? I know they were kind of explaining it all to me today, and I was like, this is so much to take in. I've never even heard of one of those before. Yeah, it's really good. They got some, I don't know, some pasta stuff that was delicious, and the cheese quesadillas are great. Do you know the definition of forgiveness? Yes, kind of. Why, who are we forgiving? Thank you, Carlos. Yeah. Oh, no, they're going down. I don't care. None of that. I don't care if it's held off till frickin' May. They're going the fuck down. They already know they're going down. They know they don't have a case, and not only that, they knew they didn't have a case against my brother. That's why they waited until that she knew. Why she doesn't like to brush on Ramon? Is it Ramon instead of Raymond? Yeah, I know it. I'm not very ravished with things, but I'm gonna be extra. You guys don't understand. Not only I don't care when the court date is or what's going on or none of that. When I'm through with these fools, after what they did, after how they had the whole fucking county hating us, which I don't. Whatever. If you want to hate me, based on what somebody said when there's the video evidence floating around the internet all over, then so be it. I've been hated for worse. I've been hated for things that are actually true. So, but anyway, I can't be a little Nick Petty Patty or whatever they call them, but only when it's needed. I hope they do too. Yeah. So Jim is now claiming that. Oh, at Dollar General. Was it Dollar General? I knew I was here before. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got off on a tangent like I always do. So my brother had a court date for like one of the pretrial things on the 28th of December, and right after when he refused, pretty much they said Jim's not going to be available on the 3rd. And because of a medical appointment or whatever, and Jacob's like, well, that's not my problem, we got trial to do. We've set this. Well, anyway, that's why right after he left, they didn't do it then, but they did it the day he left. They filed charges for him committing battery against Jim and for the other obstructing, neither of which he is accused of in any narrative. Neither. Jim even says, I meant to bring the damn thing. I'm so mad I forgot, but I wasn't going to go back up there and get him. But, as you guys know, Jim's narrative claims that Jacob appeared as if he was going to headbutt me. He didn't say anything about Jacob making physical contact with him and chest bumping him. Like, didn't happen. Did not occur. And then the thing is that the act itself just didn't occur. There's 2 cameras on it that didn't catch it, so, aw, that's so sweet. I know, I've been, like, trying to bring her little presents in there and stuff. People probably think I'm a nutbag for... I always got something. And then they got this nice little game room, but she's only felt good enough to go, or playroom, I think it is. She's only felt good enough on 2 days to actually go there yet. Which, yesterday was one of those days. And another day was the day my friend was up here with her. Do I forgive? That depends on who. I'm a little bit of a forgiving person, and by a little bit, I mean even less than I just showed you. Very unforgiving, and actually, once you screw me over, I will think about throwing ranch on your house. I will think about it, but I won't do it, especially if you're my neighbor. We will not dress up as ninjas either. We won't do it. Won't do it. You certainly won't do none of that bad stuff like a bunch of teenagers. Alright, I'm cracking my own self up here. Never mind. It seems you're really wanting to explain it, so go ahead and tell us your definite... Oh. At first I thought you meant like never. I get it. Yeah, I mean about as good as it gets. But, yeah, I don't forgive LaSalle County. I almost, a weensy bit, started to feel bad for Jim, but Jim's a piece of shit. And at some point he should have said, hey, these people forced me into this, whatever. I don't know any of this, but he just kept digging and lying and digging. And then here we are. Here we are. Jim's going down. He's committing perjury. He is allegedly on medical leave. We split a box of cookies. You said I wouldn't forget. No, don't recall. Was I penny shopping? If I was couponing or penny shopping, I probably had no idea what. Yeah, for real. I was just that good. Wait. No, I wasn't it either. I did a good deed at Dollar General right before all this happens. That's even why I know she's gonna make it out all right. I got a shit ton of wonderful karma built up, and so does she, because she's a good little girl. So I'm hoping for the best, because this kind of came out of left field. Like, she had no problems at all, and we had a long Christmas day, and we were like kind of chilling around the house the next day, and then because everybody's freaking tired because we did like family stuff, and then we went to my wonderful friend on here's house and had a fun time for Christmas night. And so yeah, I see you, but I never know what I should say to be careful. But yeah. But then it all just went downhill fast, and then I was like, oh my god, because now I got her dad thinking that all this crazy shit, and then hating the doctors because they haven't figured it out yet. It's like, well, I don't have to tell you because they've done umpteen tests, and I don't know. She was doing my hair and out. I know, yeah, she's a little hairstylist. She also, that's when you know she's not feeling good, when she's not sitting there making something cool or whatever. So I brought all sorts of fun little games now, even though they had a bunch of games in that game room. But it's been fun up here. It's been about as good as it can get. Wonderful time, I guess. I mean, I'm just glad I get to be here too, as rough and tough as it has been. Hoping I can still keep it going, because we weren't really planning on staying this long. Yeah, there's lots to say about him. Uh, how can he donate to my event? I do have PayPal. It's under paypal.me/accountabilityangel. I believe I'll leave that link down below. Thank you for asking. But yeah, it's been rough. But what I meant by me doing some 1A stuff from here was not auditing the hospital. But it's I'll be doing like kind of background paperwork, FOIA stuff, and such, looking into more things where now I got the free and quiet time to sit here and do it because I've been forced here against our will, against both of our wills. Neither of us want to be here. But yeah, hopefully we'll bust her out soon. Hopefully they figure it out. I don't know. At least get control on it, because really it's so up and down. They're not for long. They'll get her fever down for a little bit, then it spikes back up to 103 something. Like, I don't know. And then some days like that, it seems like her pain's getting better, and then she's screaming about it a little bit later. So very sad to see it happen. It's definitely even more sad when it's your own kid. But I am lucky that I'm one of the few parents that actually get to come up here. I don't know. Hold on. I'm deleting that. I don't need that posted exactly where my little child is. Thanks. I don't know why you think that would have been a good idea, but that's a terrible idea. Yeah. Oh, look, it says Tara Hyde. I hope you're okay. It's either a fake profile or what, because that bitch would hope I'm dead. Anyway, bye. Me and my mom are going swimming, maybe. Thank you so much. I hope you have fun. I wish I was swimming. But yeah, so now we got a Tara Hyde on here. That's funny. Are you fucking? Okay. Oh yeah, never. But yeah, that's about all we got now. I gotta get back up there because at a set time I want to be back by. But yeah, appreciate you guys sitting here. Apparently I managed to make it another really long freaking video like I always do. Hello, Tara. Yeah. Yeah, not your sister, not Todd Martin's sister. Isn't that weird? I can't wait for the day that it all comes out that that was all Tara. As we all know that she was the one that threatened to. But, I know she was the one stalking me for months. She's a nutbag. Aren't you, Tara? If she's not on here now, we know damn well she's going to be creeping later because she was doing that on March 2nd when she claimed that, well, when she claimed that I was having you guys call and threaten people at the sheriff's department and such. Never happened, never would happen. I don't even condone that. But if someone does something brutal to one of them, I wouldn't be surprised because they probably deserve it. That's all I know. But I wouldn't do it myself and wouldn't wish that on anybody. But I would not be surprised because you keep messing with people. You're going to mess with the wrong one, and then you're going to be sorry. Your family's going to be sad, and then everybody's screwed. That's how it goes. Just like how we had in not very far from LaSalle County, a couple counties away, we had 2 officers shot when they were inside of a hotel, and it was all over a barking dog in a car. This was like earlier this week, right after a different one was shot and killed in way more southern Illinois. I believe he was like supposed to be assisting somebody, and they found him shot there. I believe they stole his cruiser, if I recall correctly. But we had and what was it? Bradley, right? Bradley, Illinois. We had a male and female officer both shot. When they kind of got into an altercation with the female party of the group, because the male, I guess, had a warrant, and she was trying to, get in the way so they can go get him and get the dude with the warrant, whatever. And as they were dealing with her at the door, dude comes up and shoots them and injures the female officer, and then injures obviously the male officer. He was shot in the head. And then these freaking cowards chase her down the hallway as she's trying to, like, go for some cover and, get back. And they disarm her between the female party that was associated with it. These people had 2 kids there, from my understanding. Their kids were there. And they disarm this woman of her own gun. And then, I haven't seen the body cam yet. I don't even know if it's released. I don't think it is. But on the body cam, she is heard begging for her life, telling him, just go, please, just go. You don't have to do this. And then they shoot her with their own weapon. So, yeah. So, when you treat people like shit and when you are bad to these citizens, don't be surprised when you see this happening. That's why when LaSalle County Sheriff's Office posts this, oh, our brothers in blue, blah, blah, blah. No. You people are part of the problem. You people, every one of you, Tara Hyde, freaking Larry Majerus, Jim Knobloch, the sheriff, the old sheriff, Temple Dick, all of them, part of the problem. And the reason why people are getting hurt, and also the reason why, right after I was kidnapped by the police or something I didn't do, one of their little nurses that worked there had a shank held up to her. Because number one, they're not searching people the way they need to. And number two, they're abusing the citizens. And the citizens are turning on them and mainly on the wrong people usually. So if somebody pays, and it's usually not the person that deserves it. That's the sad thing. But, goodbye, Mark. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. No, never mind. Yep, I agree with that, James. I do. Yeah, Templeton. Now we got Sheriff Adam Diss, he's the guy from the very first day I went there, the very first day, guys. He's the same guy that told me, and if you come back again, you will be arrested for going by the no trespassing sign. And I like freaked out. I'm like, dude, it was against the wall. I was all extra about it. But yeah, Adam Diss is no good. He's terrible. He actually encourages people to threaten the citizens, which ultimately puts his officers at risk. And I believe I've said that there's currently a man waiting on his trial, I guess. I don't remember if it said he said it or not. I don't know. But initially when it happened, I didn't realize whose daughter it was, but it's one of their deputies' daughters who was murdered by her ex-boyfriend, and brutally. And but they're wasting time, wasting their resources, coming after people like me. Hey, you spelt Knobloch wrong, just so you know. You might want to fix that before pretending to be him. That was kind of funny, though. I'll give you that. Close, but no potatoes, because he spelled it wrong. But as you guys know, I spelled supersede wrong and then put it in my yard. But thanks, Brian. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. I'm tired. I've had a long day, and that's what I was saying. They sit there and they maliciously prosecute people, wasting the resources that we do have in this county, law enforcement wise and prosecution wise, when all these terrible things are really going on to deputies, family members, and loved ones, and his damn daughter, right? Like, a huge thing. And they're wasting their resources on someone like me to make up a fake crime against Jim. Isn't that weird? And then against my brother. Now my brother and me have equal number of charges. Isn't that crazy? It's freaking crazy. Even better though, how are they going to explain when Justice Jake, even without a lawyer, takes them down? He will. His I think it's February 22nd is pre-trial for him now. He did take the bait. I told him, I said, man, they fucked you up. They wanted you to do that with those extra charges, because in reality, if they don't have one, they don't have them all. Except, I mean, the contempt, that's completely separate. But all these other things, they have not one narrative accuses them of any battery or of either obstructing. Because Jacob did not interfere when I was arrested. We've been over this a million times. Did not interfere, but I will go over the narratives with you guys, which I'm sure I have 100 times before, where Jim never accuses him of touching him, battering him. He doesn't even accuse him of interfering with the arrest. But somehow there's both those charges. We have no victim. We did have Jim sign it for the original obstructing. He did sign it then. We have nothing. We have no signed, sworn, nothing for Jacob to face his actual accuser. Who is his accuser? So right now, it's Todd Martin without anything. It's crazy. But even in their affidavit where Randovich, yeah, I'm not surprised Jim, if you guys remember in the video, don't touch my ass, Jim. I tried to say I was falsely accusing him, and when he says, I'm not, which he wasn't like groping me or nothing, it wasn't like that. But the thing is, it was an unwanted contact after he had already unwanted contacted me by walking into my body and by shoving all up on me. Like, bro, you kidding me? Like, technically, I would have been within my rights to swing on him. But, I don't recommend doing that because they will totally. But, because they'd totally try and turn around and get you. I couldn't even stand there and stand my ground without them trying to accuse me of battery. Because in reality, if I was trying to force my way in there, Jim was claiming, that's the thing, Jim was claiming that Jacob was interfering as he was trying to close the door, refusing to let him close the door, right? And if you remember, Jim had put his arm up on the one side, and then, the door was open because my body was in front of my foot and my body. And Jim claims that Jacob wouldn't let him close the door, but Reva, Donna, and Jim all claim that Jim's left hand was behind his back the entire time. Each one of them say that separately. So how was he trying to close the door? If anybody would have been trying to close the door, wouldn't it be me because I was the one with the door open? I mean, it was literally touching me. So that's weird. There's so many other issues. It's ridiculous. But anyway, guys. All right, that's all I have. Sorry for rambling forever, but you know me. Freaking tired. Gotta get back up there. But I will be doing 1A work from in here. I'll be looking into things. You guys have anything you want me to FOIA requests, such like that? Actually, I have some waiting for me that the story doesn't add up. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I don't know if you're talking about which side, but their story definitely does not add up. That's all I know. But that's why we got courts, and that's why we can sue people, because unfortunately, LaSalle County taxpayers are going to be the ones footing the bill for this, not any of these idiots, except for if and when they lose the qualified immunity, in which pretty much everybody involved will. I firmly believe it. And Jim's hurt. Oh, that was another thing. They, for my brother, they, take your, leave Brian alone, fuck you. But, they want him to not be able to discuss the cell phone policy that Jim was answering to when he was questioned at the probable cause hearing before. That's weird. Because the cell phones was the whole reason that we were stopped from going in there, because the safety and security of the courthouse, while they're playing on their phones right there. Fucking Rat and Rat, and then him not talking about his lack of a criminal record, which he thought was hilarious because he does indeed have a criminal record. It wasn't recent or nothing, but I just thought that was strange. Oh, there's Todd Martin on here. Hey, what happened to your crazy sister? It's kind of wild that you're taking the time out of your day to change your name on YouTube that much. That's strange. But hey, to each their own, Whatever. But anyway, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends. I will be on here soon doing something or another. Just got some craziness going on. Alright, bye.